Mods of the Week, Episode 3. As you can see from that trailer there, we're doing a chair special. Yay! Okay, not only are we doing furniture, but we're also doing books. That's right, the fun doesn't stop there, and if I haven't taken any more of a weird direction, we're also doing some eyes as well. We're going to get you a new pair of eyes. So let's start here. Today, this is the vanilla game, just looking at a few furniture here. As you can see, as I knock all this stuff down, we're looking at some barrels here, and the textures is a bit math, or maybe I just have the textures on quite low, but that's one thing. So we'll just take a first look at those chairs here, and as you can see, it's quite textured. It kind of looks like Oblivion, and it's not really much. And we go up here, and we look at the barrels up here, and it just kind of looks, I get the same thing. It kind of looks just a bit naff and not really clear. We go over here, and as I'm just looking at everything basically, I'm just basically showing you everything in their sort of before ways, their vanilla ways, before I show you the new textures by the for the sort of high texture furniture mod. So we'll just look at here, and then we'll do the same little lap with the new mods. Great. Okay, here's the new mods, and as you can see before it was the sort of wee brown chair thing, the kind of things you'd sit on at high school, or my high school at least, bent over. But here is some new perfect chairs you'd love to be bent over and done things to. Here, I think you'd be ordered. And here's a new texture as well for the chairs. Basically, this is the sort of signature texture at the back. It looks like a nice wee chair there, with really good textures. And I just want to say, some of these textures are really good for people who don't have that really good a computer like I do, which makes me a valid mod video man. Because as you see there's some nice high texture barrels.
I've been tending to the warriors of Urbaskar for as long as I can remember.
Disgusting. Does she take her teeth out? Anyway, yeah, as you see, there's some sexy barrels here. These barrels just look great, and as I said before, for someone who's playing on medium settings and stuff like that, these textures are a real godsend. I don't know if the textures are better on a Skyrim Ultra settings. They probably might be, but for those who are on medium settings, these textures don't really affect your performance at all and make the game look much better. The only thing I would say about the textures is if you download a lot of texture packs, even the same texture packs, some of these mod makers don't really have a grasp of tone. So you might have a lot of mod maker trying to make a model as detailed as possible, all except this model, of course. The mod maker hasn't changed that texture, of course. I was just pointing out for myself. But yes, the mod makers have a texture stone, so some things end up looking, despite looking extremely detailed, look quite jarring. But as you can see here, this is what I mean. It's sort of brownish, dark cabin, and it kind of stands out. Same here. He just replaces the models, and with not really any consideration that it might affect the tone of the thing. So that's one problem, and hopefully there'll be something like that and thing. Now we're going to do the detailed books which make things. And this is vanilla, where it kind of just looks like toilet paper, and you know you'd read this and then you wipe your bottom with it, because that's how immersive Skyrim is. But let's take the detailed books. Look at that. It looks like fantastic textured parts. You wouldn't like that anywhere near your bottom. It looks fantastic. And for those of you that are saying, I can't see anything, your mod's shit, well, put your thumb down right there. And the next mod we're going to do is the eye mods. And currently the vanilla eyes, they look like two half-like gobstoppers, sorry. And you know, they just look here, and there's not a lot of detail, and if you take a closer look at it, and I'll put a picture up in the corner of what I mean, where they just look kind of blurry, and that's the sort of current model. Well, the mod maker, according to his profile, or the mod profile, has done the photos. This is the new ones, and it kind of makes them, they're meant to be more detailed, high texture eyes, but it kind of makes all characters, as you can see there from Ayla in the background, who's about a yard away, if you can see her. Yes. Up. They all kind of look like the children of the corn, or like fucking zombies or creepy witches or something like that. So yeah, I'll obviously going to put the picture in the corner of the detail and hide it, and you'll see for yourself. But at the same time, the detail kind of draws attention to itself, and again makes your character look like creepy children of the corn. Alright, and the next thing we're going to look at is the detailed UI mod. Now, this here. Basically, instead of having to check on your weapon to check its damage, weight, and value, this makes it in sort of list form where you can compare things all together and stuff like that. Now, the very last is a curious one, which is value per weight, which sort of is a way of good measuring how much wealth you're carrying, basically, per kilogram or pound of weight. So basically, the orc sword is 18.1 per carrying weight. And for a good comparison down here, there's a charm necklace, which is actually 1580 per weight, but it's actually, as self, is only 790. And I'll point that out in a second. Yeah. So that's dignifying. It only weighs 0.05. But per 1 pound of that, you get 1560 golds. Now, in comparison, iron, you cheap bastard, is only about 4.2 gold per kilogram. As I'll point out right now. Yeah, so that's quite effective. This is definitely one mod I'm actually going to use, where I just, you can quickly take one quick look and see which is the most damaging weapon instead of having to arduously flick through everything to see which has the highest damage and guess. And as you can see here, it's all detailed and stuff like that, and you expect, hey, does the models still work? Yep, they still work fine. So this is a much more detailed thing, and it makes it look pretty great. Now, there's also the last thing I want to do is, as you noticed, I've got a different font. I download the text mod, so that's basically, I think, makes it a much more canon thing. So, that's me sort of signing off, and the last mod I want to show you is the wear chair mod, which basically turns you into a chair. A horrible, menacing chair. And I'm going to butcher this entire companion. I don't know the difference between friend or foe. I'm going to kill everyone in here. That's what I'm going to do. Basically, this is the wear chair mod. It's pretty cool if you want to laugh, where you just go around, you just press, it basically replaces the werewolf mod, and you go around basically acting like a chair, hunting down everyone. So sit back and get eaten. Basically is the tagline for this mod, if it had a tagline. But yeah.
Dear, you really ought to put some clothes on. You're embarrassing yourself.
I know. Alright, that's Skyrim Mods of the Week episode 3. Next week is Skyrim Mods of the Week episode 4. I'll see you then.